So, hello fellow coin collectors, this is Glenn back with another video, and I hope that you enjoy this one because it's going to be just a little bit educational, probably for me as well. So today's video, we're going to have a look at the differences and how to tell when a coin has been cleaned and when it has not been cleaned. So this can occur in any type of coin, in any type of era. So this can also apply to Roman and Greek coins, but in those cases the coin has a patina, and the patina is this dark color coin. And I'm just talking about bronze, copper or brass coins, so it's a dark colored coin and it's just where the coin has been oxidized, and this actually helps to protect the coin for a longer period of time. In the long term, so like talking about hundreds of thousands to millions of years, these coins will actually disappear because they will totally corrode and go back into the environment, and that is called long-term recycling. And with pure silver coins, it's actually a bit hard for them to actually get a patina, but you can see these coins here, especially this one's only been worn because it's been touched a lot. So this one has gone a dark color. That's where the base metal has actually corroded as well, so it's formed like a semi patina. So anyway, I'm going to go through these coins and we're just going to check to see what is cleaned and what is not. So the first lot of coins I got is coins from Guernsey and Jersey. So these are the states. These are pretty much similar size. Oh, they are the same size as a penny. So here's a penny, Australian penny, and as you can see, same size. At the time, they were worth the same value up until 1971 for the Guernsey and Jersey and 1966 for the Australian penny. So I won't worry about that. But this one, as you can see, it's a dark colour. It doesn't show signs of actually the patina being worn off in large amounts, but if I keep on handling it like this, it will. So this one has actually not been cleaned, and you can see that the field is actually dark. So that is an unclean coin. Okay, the next one, as you can see, the patina is actually darker, and it does show signs of it being worn off through handling, as you can see there. So it's been worn off on the high points, and this is when you know you should stop handling the actual coin, but these are actually not worth much. So that one is uncleaned. And here I have one that has a clip planchet. I'm not too sure if that's post-mint damage or if that is actually an error coin. That's debatable. But you can see that there is high relief. So this coin is actually being used a bit, but it's not really gone. It has lots of detail, but as you can see, you have lots of shiny points on it. And I reckon this coin has actually been cleaned sometime in its life, because for a coin's age it should actually be a lot darker because it has a lot of circulation. So I reckon that one has been cleaned. And here we have another coin, 1945, but if we turn it over to the other side, this has lots of detail. Because you have lots of detail in between the lettering, so a lot of bright spots, and also it's like a rainbow toning. I believe this coin has not been cleaned. You might have a different opinion, but just because I reckon it's just been held in a good storage environment. So here we have another 1945. This one is Elizabeth II, but this one's been a bit circulated, and this one is uncleaned, as you can see from that. So it goes there. And here we have a 1960 penny. If you have a look at the It's gone a bit tonish colour. Beautiful. Has toning there. So this is developing a patina. I reckon this has just been stored quite well, so I don't think it's actually been cleaned. So that one will go here. Then we have 1966. Very good detail as well. And I don't think this one has been cleaned because, as you can see, you see how it actually goes around when I move it? The actual colour. That's what it should be if it's actually been unclean. If it was clean, then it would just be totally bright. So that's unclean. Ooh, 1864. And you can see that the colour shine is actually pretty flat. A lot of wear. This coin should actually have a darker patina. So this one is actually been cleaned. And if we have a look at the differences, if we put it under light, you can see the reflection on the unclean coin in the background and the reflection from this one. This is pretty flat reflection. Talking about this coin. This one has sort of like a rainbow pattern. So that is another way you can tell it's actually been cleaned. And here we have another 1864. Quite clearly you can tell that's been cleaned because the reflection is actually quite flat. So that's been cleaned as well. Here we have a 1911 with a dark patina. Quite obviously that has not been cleaned, as you can see there. So that goes in the unclean lot. Here we have another 1889. This is where it gets tricky. So this one, I would say it could have been cleaned sometime in the past. Probably, I'm talking about like 20, 30 years, 40 years in the past, don't know. So this one, I am not too sure. It's obviously developing a thick patina, but for a coin of that age, it could be it was cleaned sometime, but I'm not too sure. Then we have a 1959. This one's in very good condition, as you can see. And if we look at that, I reckon this one has been cleaned in the past. So, because the condition is actually pretty flat. Or it could be just a uncirculated coin, which I doubt it. Nah, see the high details have actually been worn. So this one, I'm not too sure on as well. So this is what happens when you're actually looking at cleaned coins that have been cleaned sometime in the past. See, this one, you can see the scratches on here. So this one's quite obviously been cleaned in the past, and also the reflection is pretty flat. So this is definitely clean. So here we have a few coins. So these ones have been cleaned. Don't worry about the copper one. Has that been cleaned? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's been cleaned because you can see the dark patination in between the letterings, and it's pretty much the high points that have actually probably been worn away from being handled. So you've got clean coins here. You have unclean coins. You have those in high grade that look like they're unclean coins, but it depends on the reflection. See, these have a rainbow type effect, and those ones are actually just high grade coins. And then you have some other ones which I reckon this one was cleaned in the past because the reflection is pretty flat. And this one might have been cleaned in the distant past, so a long period of time. The patina is coming back. So, and the reason why I said that is because in between the letters it's actually quite clear. You can see it's quite shiny, but on the high points it's actually gotten dark again. So just remember the points in between are actually, they're the hardest points to clean, but they are also the hardest points to actually get a patina as well. So I reckon that's cleaned in the past. So now we've looked at copper coins, let's look at some silver coins. So here I have some florins. So I have the first issue and the second issue. So if we have a look at each one, this one quite obviously hasn't been cleaned. This is just a wear from handling the coins. This one is dark as well, in between the lettering and all that. So I don't think this has been cleaned, it's just been handled a lot. Here we have another 1915, and obviously not clean, just handled a lot as well. So, and the reason why is because in the lettering there's actually quite a lot of darkness. Another 1917, obviously not cleaned. And here I have a 1936. Ooh, as you can see, it's actually quite, it looks quite shiny, but you can see there's lots of discoloration in the lettering, so it's obviously not been cleaned. It's also a bit dull as well, so that one has not been cleaned. Here we have another 1936, and this one has been cleaned. You can see it does have some minor dirt in the actual coin, but as you can see, it's shiny. You can see it's scratched as well, so scratching is also a sign of it's been cleaned. And when you get a coin like that, you just know it's been cleaned. You can see a reflection, so that one has been cleaned. And if we have a look at the other one, see the reflection is not quite as good, so that's not cleaned. 1914, no. Obviously this one's not been cleaned. Now I'm not saying they haven't been cleaned in the past, they could have been. See this one here, that's definitely been cleaned, 1913. Yeah, it has the same effect as that 1936. So that one has been cleaned, which is a pity. 1919, nope, hasn't been cleaned. Let me get to the other coins. 1912, this one might have been cleaned in the past, or it just might have had good storage conditions, so I'm a bit not too sure about that. 1915, obviously not cleaned. You can see the details, the dark colours. 1911, obviously not cleaned. 1913, pretty crappy, not cleaned at all. And a 1936, obviously this one, not, I would say it hasn't been cleaned, but doesn't say it couldn't have been cleaned in the past. Oh, damn, why do I keep dropping them? So there is two that have been cleaned, two that are pretty dubious, and these ones have not been cleaned. Now let's have a look at the last issue. So 1946, not cleaned, definitely. 1953, so as you get into the 50s and 60s, you get a lot of them in high grades. So I don't think this one is clean, it's just in pretty good condition. 1947, obviously not clean, just handled a lot. 1952, this might have been cleaned in the past because it's pretty well worn and it's pretty free of any type of gunk on it. 1962, these ones usually get pretty good condition. I don't think that one's been cleaned because you can see it has like a rainbow reflection coming off it. So let's have a look. And also it has like a what do you call it? Like a carriage wheel type of spokey when you spin it around. So I don't know how to actually get that around. Here's the 1954. This might have been cleaned in the past because the reflection is actually quite flat. So that one goes there. And a 1960. This is in pretty high relief, and I don't think it's been cleaned. Or it actually might have been cleaned. Actually, it's actually quite scratched. But as it hasn't been worn, I'm going to say that's actually not cleaned. No. I would say it's not cleaned. But anyway. Look at that 6. Is that an error 6? That 6 looks a bit funny. So, sometimes it's a bit hard to tell when a coin is clean. This 1936 is quite obviously been cleaned because you can see how shiny it is. But the reflection is actually quite dull. And as you can see, it's really just doesn't look right. It should actually look something like this coin. So it's a little bit of a dark tonation and probably a lot of gunk in the lettering, but it depends on the grade. But as you can see, it doesn't really have much of a shine on it. So anyway, I hope this helps you identify clean and unclean coins. This is just my analysis of the coins that I have. You might have a different opinion, but basically you get 3 types. You get unclean coins, you get clean coins, and then you get just coins that are actually, well, these are unclean, but are in high grade. So you might mistake them for clean coins. Oh, sorry. And then there's a 4th one where the coin might have been cleaned in the past and it's starting to develop a patina on it, or discoloration that is normal for age on a coin. So anyway, let's say thank you very much for watching my video. Please leave a comment down below of what you think of these coins, and just have an awesome coin collecting time. Thank you very much, and bye bye.